Follow your favorite teams with NBA League Pass on Prime. Watch up to 4 live games with multi-view so you don't miss a minute of action. Get the rest of the season for the new low price of $49.99 when you sign up on Prime Video. Stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass. 5th year in the league for Cade Cunningham, and the former #1 pick is having yet another huge season, averaging over 25 points and nearly 10 assists per game for the top team in the Eastern Conference. Now, Cade, as you said, he's leading the NBA in assists per game and total assists, and leading the NBA in points via assists and assists at the rim. The numbers show it. What makes him such an elite playmaker, Swin?
I think he just really goes at his own pace, right? And you can't force him into action. I thought when he first came into the league, his size, his skill set, he was going to be able to see over top of guys, getting downhill and being able to kick, the ball around. But the biggest thing for me is when you look at him play on the floor, they get him to the middle of the floor. Okay, they push him down on the side, but he's able to get there, and you're going to draw. He always does this. He draws 3, 4, 5 offenders at a time. You got Wu on the baseline able to finish. Guys can eat off of a player like Cade Cunningham because even when you force him one way, great flip of the screen right there by Isaiah Stewart. When he gets downhill, he can be looking at you, but still sees the man like my guy right here. And Steve used to do it back in the day. Yeah. But this part right here, Steve, you ain't do this part right here. He can get down there. He gets to the rim and can also and finish. Dirk is out of control, but I love it. The thing with Cade that's really, really fun to watch is that I love scouting him in college, and I love seeing how he has evolved. And you talk about it all the time, Blake, is when guys really start figuring it out and how they're able to really probe on the floor. And he has that in his game now, and also a 2-time All-Star.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I like about him is he's doing like little things that don't really show up in the box score. His hit-aheads, the true game management, just knowing when to go, when to get off it, when to do this. The game has slowed down in that aspect, and it's made them go from one level to the next as a team.
Yeah, and Dirk, I'm not gonna let you talk about my guy, Steve.
Thank you.
You was dishing it.
You can see. You're tall, Steve. You're tall. So tall.
Asar Thompson is among the league leaders in steals at almost 2 per game. The Pistons are facing up with the Knicks tonight, and we are getting closer to tip-off on Prime.
On the stage, I rage and I'm rolling. Who not falling? A shot calling. We take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden. On the stage, I rage and I'm...
How many points for Cade tonight against the Knicks?
28 points for Cade. I think he's going to have his way a little bit, as he does quite often.
All right, Dirk, how many points for Jalen Brunson?
Well, no OG, no Cat tonight, so Brunson is going to be putting up some numbers. I have 25 tonight for him.
All right, so when Duncan Robinson shooting 40% from long distance, how many threes are we going to see?
He can catch a little fire today. It's about 4 today.
Ooh.
Good night.
The Knicks they do give up some threes, so he's going to be open.
How many boards for Mitchell Robinson, PG?
No Cat. Mitchell Robinson's got to get 9 or more, and then 27 tangle-ups with Isaiah Stewart.
Count it. It is last call for the FanDuel Happy Hour. Head over to the app now to unlock your exclusive NBA awards. FanDuel Happy Hours every Friday from 6 to 7:30, only on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Your Friday night tip-off starts on FanDuel. Right, Knicks are hot. They have won 8 straight games, tied for the longest active streak in the NBA, and they have done it with their defense. What have you noticed on that end of the floor, BG?
Yeah, well, first of all, in their losing streak, I thought they just sort of lost focus of who they were defensively. But in this 8-game win streak, they have completely turned it around. Their physicality has been great. Their ball pressure has been great. Not a ton of changes, but the one change they did make schematically, defensively, is they're keeping pick and rolls on the side. So here you see Landry Shamet fighting through a screen here, getting under, and then he turns his feet to make sure it doesn't get back middle. Mitchell Robinson does a great job of just coming down, meeting the ball handler. Got a little bit of a gamble here, but it doesn't kill him, and finish with a rebound. So they haven't really changed a ton. I think it's just the way they're going about it. Landry Shamet has been fantastic, just being a pest, right? You don't have to be a perfect defender, but just give that effort, and Landry Shamet does that, Steve.
He does. Obviously he's got a history of spacing the floor, being a three-point shooter, a little bit off the bounce and pick and roll. But I think the defensive energy him and Kolek bring to that second unit, neither are A defenders, but they're going to get up full court. They're going to have higher pickup points. They're going to hustle. And in limited minutes, that can make a difference. It can change games just by the energy and force it gives your defense. So I think that's really helped the Knicks, too, in this turnaround.
And I mean, Dirk, Mitchell Robinson was an absolute force defensively against the Nuggets.
He was fun. That was a great game. Went to double OT. Obviously against one of the best teams in the league. And Mitchell was fantastic. You see him here. He can obviously guard Jokic. He's staying down. He's active. He's trying to push him out, make the shot harder, use his length, and ended up force a miss on Jokic. Here you see a side pick and roll. He kind of stays with it. Another rescreen, and then they switch. And then it's time to sit down. Be active, stay down, use your length. Good poke there, so it ends up being a tough shot for Jamal Murray. And we have another example here where he closes out on Brown, stays down, keep him out of the middle, active, move his feet, stay down, and then ended up forcing a turnover. So we all know about his rebounding. He's one of the best in the league at keeping possessions alive. But his defense is incredibly great for New York, and they're going to need it tonight.
Now, the Knicks have the 10th worst defense in the first half this season and the 4th best second half defensive rating in the NBA. And so when it just kind of feels like everything goes up a notch for them in the second half.
Yeah, and I would give some credit to their coaching staff, but also to the leaders on that team. It's really difficult to have slow starts, but to really bank on coming out in the second half. Like, it's a mental game when you have to turn up your energy, the physicality, all those different things. And we've seen that. And that's why they're making teams in the second half shoot 45%. Now, that's something you can do in the first half, but for whatever reason, they found the formula that works for them.
I think it's fascinating. Teams all have personalities, right? Some teams start fast, some teams start slow, whatever it may be. This team has the personality to get into a game and then find out at halftime, what are we missing? Often it's just force. And I think that their coaching staff's done a great job also of making adjustments in the second half, changing matchups, maybe putting the center on the corner shooter so you can be the low man or whatever it may be. They've done a good job of using the different variables they have defensively to kind of make changes at halftime. But I think along with that, the players have to buy in. They have to be competitive. They have to say that wasn't good enough in the first half. And I think that's what they've done a great job of.
I do think it's a little bit of a sign of a veteran team also. You know, they kind of ease in a little bit, see what's going on, see what the coverages are on the other side, see what the plays are. And then in the second half, you step it up. It's winning time. You go for it. Your disposition goes up. You're into their offense more. You're making them uncomfortable. And so I think it's a sign of being an older team that knows how to win.
Dirk, I think you're exactly right. You know, if players don't buy into a first half game plan and actually execute it, then coaches can't really go into the locker room at halftime and say, well, all right, we got to change something. We didn't even run what we were supposed to, right? And so the Knicks have done a great job of actually running a defensive game plan. The coaching staff has done a great job of, okay, we need to make these small little changes. And I think it's showing up in the way they play defense down this, you know, at this point in the season at least.
Yeah, with guys like Jalen Brunson on one side and Cade on the other, their hands are going to be full. Getting close to tip-off on game one of our doubleheader, let's check in with our friends in Detroit.
What is it that Isaiah Stewart adds to this team?
He just brings an edge. You know, so some guys set the tone with usage and some guys set the tone with force, and usually that second group is the one that changes the game first, and he does it time and time again, whether it's block shots, whether it's loose balls. He might not even get a rebound or block a shot, but the way he plays, just all out, that sets the tone for the team, and that brings up the floor defensively. If he's running around like that, nobody else can dog on defense. So he has been a huge reason for their success. I mean, Stan said it. They ride Cade Cunningham and they ride their defense, and he's such a huge part of it. I mean, stars decide how good you can be, but guys like Isaiah Stewart are the guys who decide who you are. And they have fully embraced the beef stew mentality. I love it.
I mean, to your point, so many great defenders on that team. Jalen Duren even said that Asar Thompson is probably going to be, quote, the best defender in the league in less than 2 years. Swin, what do you see that makes Asar's defense so game-changing?
I think just how he's able to read the passing lanes, right? So there's some guys that are really great on the ball, but then there's those guys that have the ability to get into the passing lane, to get into you, and just have have great instincts. And I feel like defensively he has that. We know the athletic ability is there. We know you can go rebound. You can defend multiple positions on the floor. But his instincts is what really kind of captures me every time I watch them play.
And these guys really, I mean, they challenge each other. Asar Thompson said that Beef Stew challenged him to win Defensive Player of the Month after Beef Stew did it in December, and he ended up winning it. And so it's those guys that really do set the culture of this Pistons team, Steve.
Well, you said it's culture, right? One guy goes and gets it, and he challenges the next guy to go and get it. He's not saying, well, that's my award. I got to go get it again. He's like challenging his young player to go out and stand out as a defender. So I think BG said it all. The edge that Beef Stew brings is like your floor. And then you have Thompson with this feel and this athleticism. I mean, the floor of their defense just goes up. So even on a bad night, they're a good defensive team. On other nights, they're so disruptive. They get into bodies. They protect the rim. They have athleticism, length. A really, really impressive defensive team. But it starts with that mindset.
And Dirk, it's really great to see this Pistons team kind of remind you of Pistons teams historically with the tone they've set.
Yeah, the bad boys. They're playing hard. They're playing physical, and they really have all the tools it takes for a good team. You know, they have length on every position. They have athletes. They have shot blockers. I mean, they have everything you need. I love Holland. Give them another defender that's playing super hard. They're 10 points better on defense with him on the floor. So they just have guys that are really good defenders, that have a nose to get into guys, make it tough. And so they've been fun to watch on the defensive end, for sure, get after it. And Stu is one of those guys, just the heart and soul a little bit. You know, we all played with guys that are so important to the team, that set the tone every night on the defensive end, and Stewart is that.
You want to know how Isaiah Stewart sets the tone? Third in the NBA with 11 technical fouls this season. Come on.
Here you go.
Give me two tonight.
That's light work. That's light work. Rasheed Wallace, take it back to the bad boys. Come on.
And high usage and tangle-ups.
Yeah, real high. I didn't mean to slight his game. He is high usage. Yeah. He gets in those fights.
You need a guy like that. I love it. This is going to be a fun, physical matchup. Thank you so much for watching NBA on Prime pregame